Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On this video, we are going to go over what is being called the blue wave, how we can position ourselves wisely to take advantage of where these dollars are going, as well as this $600 stimulus and possibly another $2,000 per person coming out in the future. And before getting into this, I did want to say I am not a professional on this topic. This is all from my point of view and where I see the money flowing and ways to position yourself for the upcoming years. First off, most of you, if not all of you, have gotten your $600 stimulus check, or more, depending on your situation. What did you do with it? Are you on life support and you really needed it to catch up on bills and the necessities? Did you save it, invest it, or blow it on random stuff you don't need? Comment below, I'd love to know. If you didn't see, it seems that the Senate did have a blue sweep, meaning the Democrats took those last 2 seats in the Senate, so now not only the House and the presidency is controlled by the Democrats, but the Senate as well. Now this video was not meant to be a political war, or my viewpoint on what I wanted to happen, but a video to be proactive and look ahead at what this means and what we can do to position ourselves right for this. First, we all know this means more money printing. A lot of what is going to be passed in the next stimulus is going to come out quicker and larger than what would happen if the Republicans kept control of the Senate. And whether the Senate turn out red or blue, it is already a fact that we have had 30% plus more increase in the balance sheets created out of thin air with no goods or services being produced. And anyone with common sense has to realize that all this can do is devalue the dollar. You cannot print money and not do anything for it and still have the same value it had before. So, as we gear up for another round of money printing, let's talk about where this money is likely to go. So we will likely see the states being bailed out. As we saw, the Democrats have pushed hard in order to bail out these states that were already in financial trouble even before this pandemic started, as well as money being put into this new Green Deal for things like electric cars and renewable energy, and likely funding for the cannabis sector, as the Dems are more favorable to the research and legalization of cannabis. So where else do we see this money flowing? Let's start focusing on any asset that is outside of the traditional financial system, like gold, silver, other precious metals, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. As with interest rates staying low and the dollar losing value, a lot of value already moved into and will be moving into these alternative assets. Another asset that can really see inflation in this market is real estate. As we've already seen houses at record highs in some areas and nearly record highs in others, there has been talk of a first-time homebuyers credit being passed, which would inflate the real estate market even more, as well as turn some renters into homeowners that really aren't financially ready for that. Also, outside of buying real estate, having rental properties already or buying rental properties could be a good way to outpace inflation, maybe even get some cash flow if you buy the right deals. Housing assistance, also known as Section 8 or rental assistance, is also another likely area some of this next stimulus will go towards. Next, let's talk about student loan forgiveness. Elect President Biden has made it a point to saying that he does want student loan forgiveness. The amount we are still unsure of, but something will be going towards these student loans. Now, between the student loans and first-time homebuyer credit, I am not sure what this has to do with fixing what the pandemic caused. Could this have been just legally buying votes? I don't know. That's up to your judgment the way you see it. People wanting to get into a home or just cutting off part of their student loans that they took out are likely to vote for someone that is willing to push for that. So this excess money printing is undoubtedly going to produce debt that the future generations will be having to pay off for a very long time. Goldman Sachs seems to think that a new stimulus bill of $600 billion will likely be passed in an article that I read earlier today. Personally, I think with everything that they're trying to do, that this number is pretty low, likely being a multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package once again. Another big one that was pushed pretty hard, as if the Democrats do win these 2 seats in the Senate, it looks like President-elect Biden is looking to pass another 2K stimulus for everyone that has received the last couple. As we don't have all the details on this, that will likely fall under the same guidelines as this last $600 airdrop that they just put out. And undoubtedly, taxes are going to go up. They are going to focus on big companies and high income earners. You also do have to remember, when going after these people, the most liquid people who have the ability to move might just give them that reason to. For example, recently California announced that they are upping their taxes on high income earners, and many are moving to other states like Texas and Nevada to avoid those high taxes in California. So what will this do to the middle class? Well, maybe not right away, but it will trickle down to the middle class, and the middle class will be picking up the slack and paying these taxes. And likely, these tax changes will happen pretty quickly. Another one, we will see capital gains likely increase. And Wall Street and real estate developers are likely to take a pretty good hit too. We could also see a big infrastructure bill pass, which in my opinion, if you're going to spend the money, this would be a great way to spend it. Not only are you improving the roads, buildings, and other things around the country, you are also producing jobs, so the money being spent is actually holding value. And not right away, but I do see interest rates rising. There is no way that you can keep rates this low and print this much currency without having to recoup some of that debt. Not right away, but this will likely make rates go up. Probably not till late 2021 or early 2022. So taking all this into account, it really leads to you need to own assets. You will be the one that has to pick what you think is right for you. Everyone feels comfortable putting their money in different places, but having it sitting in a bank account, getting practically zero interest is losing money day by day. Looking at assets that cash flow, whether they be dividend stocks, real estate, or putting your money into some of these high yield platforms that I cover on my channel. I've positioned myself in many of these asset classes to diversify, but also play to the hand where I see the new printed money going. So if you have some cash on the sidelines, money left over from the stimulus, or planning ahead for that next stimulus package that comes out, moving your funds into some sort of asset that's either a safe haven, appreciating, or giving you cash flow is a pretty good move. Way better than just having it sit in the bank, losing value day by day. So rental real estate is one of my favorite options for this. Now, everyone can't afford to just start going out and buying rentals. So some other options may be getting a little bit of gold or silver, or using some of these high yield lending platforms in the crypto market that I've been reviewing on my channel, like Outlet Finance, Voyager, or Celsius, or in the traditional market, like Yada, which is a prize-linked savings account getting you 0.2% of your money, well, giving you a chance for that grand prize of $10 million, tearing down from there. And remember, none of this is investment advice. Do your own research before making any investments. Also, a lot of corporate America is just sitting on their hands. They're not doing much investing. They know at some point the Fed has to shut this spigot off. You can't just print your way out of this, or it could very well lead to some sort of socialism. And if you got anything out of this video, it'd be great if you hit that like button, subscribed, and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I make videos in the future. And don't forget to give yourself a raise. I'll see you next time. A few videos popped up to my left and right. If one of those perk your interest, go ahead and click on that.